Welcome. Today we are going to talk about water pollution in the Great Lakes. The Great Lakes, as you can see in this picture, are a series of interconnected freshwater lakes located in northeastern North America. These lakes are Lake Superior, Lake Ontario, Lake Huron, Lake Michigan, and Lake Erie. This picture here, the next one, shows the areas of the Great Lakes most populated, most polluted. And as you can see here, Lake Erie and Lake Ontario are the most polluted out of the Great Lakes, since this is the area with the highest population density. Water pollution affects us in many ways. It affects the health of organisms living in and around the waterways, and eventually the health of humans. Here are some interesting facts about water pollution. Studies show that within only 10 years, most people on the planet will be facing problems with water shortages. Imagine that. Half of the world's major rivers are being seriously polluted at any given moment. About 40% of rivers and lakes in the U.S. are too polluted for fishing and swimming, and that was announced by the EPA in a study they conducted. The health of fish and wildlife in and around the Great Lakes is seriously deteriorating. Also, every year, billions of gallons of raw sewage is dumped into the Great Lakes. As you can see in this picture, millions of gallons of raw sewage being dumped in there, and this sewage is what causes most of the pollution, because this sewage produces E. coli and it causes other dangerous diseases too. This next picture here shows you dead fish due to the water pollution, and most of that water pollution was due to the sewage, which kills this fish. And next, Greg is going to talk to you about the health effects of water pollution in the Great Lakes area.
Water contamination and pollution can lead to serious health effects in both humans and aquatic life. The pollution that comes from industrial waste may contain toxic compounds which can cause immune suppression, reproductive failure, and even acute poisoning. Other harmful pollutants found in water include sewage, sulfate particles, and microbial pollutants, which all lead to the disruption of human and aquatic life. Mercury, which can be taken in through the consumption of fish, can have serious effects on the nervous system and is especially harmful in the development of unborn children and pregnant women. When E. coli reaches extreme levels, it can be very harmful as well, causing gastrointestinal illness, skin, ear, respiratory, eye, neurologic, and wound infections. Next, Dominic will tell you all about the social and economic aspects of water pollution.
Many different social aspects affect lots of different aquatic life and different types of aquatic life, in addition to human and social life. Anything in the waters can be harmed by pollution and eventually will be harmed by pollution. Metals such as mercury and lead, and also human-made organic chemicals such as pesticides, biomagnify themselves as they move up the food chain. This results in tumors and death for predatory animals such as lake trout, herring gulls, and moving its way up to get to eventually being humans. Other examples that affect aquatic life, or for more of a different word, deformities, include large fish tumors, and then in some cases you have three-legged frogs. People who regularly consume a lot of fish will have a larger level of toxic chemicals in their bodies than those who eat fish only occasionally. People who are at most risk for health problems due to contaminated fish consumption are those with weakened immune systems, including children, pregnant, and the elderly. Other human issues related to water pollution include drinking water contamination and also skin infection. This is caused by bacterial contamination. Next, I will be talking about the economic aspects and also what it costs. There's lots of different costs that go into certain different aspects that other people might not think about or come to mind at first. Economists estimate that a typical swim day is worth approximately $35 to each individual. Depending on the number of beachgoers, this number can rise and become more of a cost to others. One study estimated economic losses as a result of closing Lake Michigan Beach due to pollution could result as high as a $37,000 loss per day. Some areas either do not monitor their beaches or they do not close them when the water does not meet certain standards. This can result in low short-term losses for local businesses around the area of the lake. Without lots of people going to the lake will also leave businesses not having many customers. Other economic impacts come in form of medical costs to strict beachgoers. This means that they will eventually get sick and incur medical costs, and lost work days will also result in that. Next, Greg will talk to you about different government regulations and solutions to prevent pollution in our Great Lakes.
Over the decades, the federal government has attempted to clean the Great Lakes through laws and agreements with Canada, individual states, and its citizens. The Great Lakes Water Quality Agreement, which was signed in 1983 by the U.S. and Canada, is designed to enhance water quality programs to preserve the well-being of all aspects of the Great Lakes. The Great Lakes Legacy Act, which was signed in 2002 and reauthorized in 2008, has been a huge success, raising over $338 million towards addressing the issue of contaminated sediment in the Great Lakes. Other federal laws include the Clean Water Act of 1973 and the Great Lakes Basin Compact of 2008. There are state and provincial laws as well that piece together the individual roles that each person plays to preserve and protect the Great Lakes. And lastly, Hashem has a few great ideas to prevent water pollution where you live.
Here are some ways you could fight water pollution and decrease it. You should definitely use water wisely and try to conserve it as much as you can. You should never throw trash in the lakes, and since this is a major issue. Trash in the lakes causes a lot of the pollution. And you should also buy more environmentally safe cleaners, since cleaners especially have a lot of chemicals in them which greatly harm the water. Thank you very much and have a good day.